Welcome back, guys, to a new episode of the Shirts vs. Skins podcast. I know you guys are not used to hearing my voice. The Honorable Yoni Waz is not here with us tonight. I think he got some meeting with UEFA, maybe even Paris. Who knows? Because of his concept of his Super League is going viral on social media. If you guys want to check that out on our Twitter, in our Instagram, Shirt V Skin. But we have two friends of the podcast. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, you can go ahead.
Adam, you want to go first?
Yeah, what's up? I'm Adam. I'm one of the co-hosts for the A&J Podcast. I run with my boy Jav over here to my left.
Mm-hmm.
We pretty much talk about sports and baseball, basketball, football, all that. If you guys want to check that out, we'll probably put a link in the description or something.
I'm Javin. I'm the other side of the A&J Podcast.
He's the brains.
Yeah, for the most part. Adam's a sports guy. I just be doing the technical shit.
Love it. Nah, you know your shit, bro. Don't be like that.
Wait till you see this mock draft, but you're gonna say something else. Shit is terrible.
Yeah, all right. So the topics that we're talking about tonight, we're gonna talk about the upcoming UFC 261. We'll preview that, talk about the fights, blah blah blah. We'll talk a little bit about basketball. I know it's been a while. I know you guys are all Knicks fans, right?
Yeah.
Yet again, I'm outnumbered on Knicks fans on this podcast, but it is what it is. I love it. We're gonna talk a little bit about Curry's maybe MVP type season. We'll talk about that. And lastly, we're gonna our first ever Shirts for Skins mock draft. And it's I can't wait. This is gonna be a great one. So Ahmed, let's get into it. Talk about some UFC action this weekend.
Yes, sir. UFC 261 this weekend and Jacksonville Arena. The first time we will have a sold out stadium arena filled at, I believe, 15,000. Headlined by Kamaru Usman versus Game Bred Jorge Masvidal. The second time they will be fighting. Obviously, the first time in Fight Island. The whole card is stacked up. 3 title bouts. And some exciting fights in the main card and prelims. But let's start off with the main card, the main event. Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian Nightmare, one of the most dominant fighters in all of UFC, not just the welterweight division, taking on Game Bred Masvidal, who is game. He is Game Bred. He will take your head off if you don't take him serious. And he is fighting for his second title shot. If you want to break it down, Kamaru Usman, wrestling machine, can clinch, is the bigger guy. His striking has improved, especially after going Trevor Whitman in Colorado. Yep. You saw last fight against Gilbert Burns. You know, the main outcome of that was his jab. What a nasty jab. But Kamaru Usman is not just about his jab. I mean, Kamaru Usman dictates where the fight goes. You know, he can put you down or he can stand with you. It's up to him. And that's definition of an elite fighter. You know, Tiku, when this fight first came out, you said what? You said, I don't want Kamaru Usman to stand with Jorge Masvidal. And 4 months later, I can see why you say that, because Game Bred, one of the best boxers in all of the UFC. All 100%. So I agree. Don't stand with him. But if you have that threat of a takedown, your striking becomes better. Like obviously with Khabib, he's not, you know, Conor McGregor or, you know, Adesanya when it comes to striking, but he's jabbing people in their face, and he's striking with people because they are so scared to get taken down. And I think Usman has the same kind of, not problem, but the same thing pretty much. So I like Kamaru Usman in this fight. Game Bred is obviously, you know, he's not, you know, like a dog here. He could win this fight. He could knock out Kamaru Usman. And how crazy would that be? But Kamaru Usman can win this fight anywhere, I believe. You know, even striking, because, like I said, that takedown threat. I know Jorge has been definitely, you know, Like he's definitely been working on that takedown defense, definitely. And I think we'll see a better showcase from Jorge Masvidal. It'll be a closer fight, but I still like Kamaru Usman to get his hand raised.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Kamaru Usman. The difference between this fight and the last fight was that Masvidal has a lot more time, because last time it was like 6 days notice, right? It was really short.
Yeah.
And now he's coming in. It's still a shortened training camp, but 5 weeks is a lot different than what he had before. And he's definitely been training for Usman. So I think Usman's gonna win it, just because I think he's gonna try and contain him, keep him on the ground, and even if he doesn't, he still has that jab, which is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. Oh my god, he hurts people bad. But I don't know how much Masvidal would have to work to just keep that takedown defense, because Usman's probably the best wrestler in the UFC right now that I can think of off the top of my head.
Probably John Jones is
John Jones too. Yeah,
but he's definitely top 3.
Yeah, I have Usman winning this fight though. Just keeping him on the ground, keeping him contained, so he doesn't have to stand with him, and because Masvidal does have that huge knockout power, like one punch kind of shit, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I agree with both you guys. I think I think he has the advantage at better grappler, better takedown, and I think he could fight with them standing up against Masvidal. I think if Masvidal wants to win, he's gonna have to keep the fight standing up. I don't think he can go get takedown and try to wrestle him on the ground, because Usman's way bigger, way heavier. It's gonna be tough for him to try to get him off him. I think it's gonna be Usman controlling the fight, controlling the tempo, and going for takedowns when he can. And I think it's gonna, when it's all said and done, it's gonna be Usman with his hand raised.
Yeah. I think Javin, you made a really good point about Masvidal going into the first fight with, one, on short notice on a short camp, and two, people failed to remember that his weight cut was horrible. I think he has his own YouTube channel and he documented it. It was very bad. And we've talked on this podcast a lot about how weight cutting can affect fighters very much, even if they're more in weight or less in weight. It affects the fight. So that's something you got to keep in your mind. The first fight, and even with that, Masvidal, the first fight wasn't even wasn't even that bad. You could say the first round Masvidal won that, and he gassed himself out in that fight. And now Usman, we've seen against the Gilbert Burns fight. We're actually streaming that fight on their YouTube channel. If you guys want to check that out, Shirts for Skins on YouTube. That was such a great fight for Usman, even though he got knocked down in the first round, but he rallied around that, had that championship mentality to withstand that pressure from Burns, and came back and won with, like you said, that world-class jab. That's just something that these wrestlers have to a T. And it's going to be an interesting fight. I still believe Usman's going to win, because I think when you talk about someone that's a striker and you talk about someone that's a wrestler in the MMA and the UFC world, usually the wrestler wins. You could take him down, take him to the cage, do his foot stomps that he's very used to and stuff. But the number one thing, like Ahmed, you said, is, does Usman think he's a striker now? That's going to be such an interesting thing that's going to be in Usman's mind. That, does he actually think he can actually strike with him? Is he arrogant now? After knocking out Covington, after knocking out Burns, it's interesting. And I think that just spells trouble for Usman if he thinks he's going to strike with Masvidal. But I'm going to still go with Usman.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to see Usman be aggressive, try to fight him, try to strike with him the first round, see how it goes. I think he has something to prove. He wants to prove that he can fight with the best standing up. And I think Masvidal will probably work him the first couple of rounds. And then once Usman realizes that's not working, I think he'll probably switch it up to more a takedown approach.
Definitely. I think, considering the coaches around Usman, it's his coach is going to tell him, bro, wrestle his ass and let's get out of here with the
get him tired. Get him tired first. I think we all agree that Usman is the bet, like the safe bet. But
100%.
The reason why he's gonna fight this this guy again is because he wants to finish him. Jorge Masvidal in 49 fights now, I believe, never been finished, or I mean, he's never been knocked out. I think he's been subbed once or twice, but he's never been knocked out. Are you guys expecting Usman to finish Masvidal?
No, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I can't.
I think
can see it.
Said. Yeah, I think it's going to end up in submission.
Wow.
Submission or I don't know.
Submission. I don't know. Submission is weird because Usman's not a submission guy, you know.
Yeah.
Like top control, especially if he's got mount or something, and it's like 30 unanswered punches. You know.
Yeah.
You never know, but it's just crazy to me that he's taking this fight because he wants to finish him. That's only, and obviously it's all about the money,
big money,
and huge money fight. But I mean, we all agree that Usman's gonna win, and it's a great fight. We'll see what happens. As we move on to the co-main event, my favorite matchup of the night, most interesting fight of the night, Weili Zhang. Wow, China's superstar, strawweight queen versus Rose Namajunas. She's coming back for her gold. Doug Rose is coming off a win against Andrade. It was a pretty close fight, but a great win. And Weili Zhang coming off that fight of the year contender, or I believe it was fight of the year. It should have been. Against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. What a fight that was. Listen, I love Rose. She's a great striker. I remember when she knocked out Joanna 15-0. Nobody saw that coming. Knocked her out in the first round.
100%.
That was insane. So she's done crazy things before, and I think like she shine like in the toughest moments she shows her best. But I think Weili Zhang is on an absolute tear right now, and the power will be the difference. And Weili is just, I believe, slightly built different. She's got that special thing in her, I believe, that does not allow her to lose. And it's a fantastic fight. I'm so pumped for this one. And I'll go with Weili Zhang to retain her belt and potentially look to fight another woman on this card who people are probably not going to think about, but we'll see.
We'll get to that.
I'm really excited for this fight too. This is also my favorite fight on the card. I'm so excited to see Weili Zhang and Rose Namajunas. I think I have Weili Zhang pulling it out, but I could see Rose winning too, just because sure. she's good on her feet. She's a great boxer, but like you said, she does have that strength. She can knock people out. It's no joke.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to all 5 rounds either, and it ends up in a split decision probably. But as of right now, I'm kind of either way. I can't really predict the winner on this one right now. And it's a great
fight though. It's a fantastic fight though.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
I'm very excited for it.
100%. Yeah, I agree with the man. I love Rose. I think she's tough as nails. I think she's a great fighter, straight on her feet. But like, what do we say in MMA and UFC? There's levels to this. Yeah. And I think Weili's on a different level right now. She is dynamite right now, and I think she's gonna end up winning. I could see it going the distance too, just because there's such a great fight, 2 great fighters. But I think Weili's gonna end up with their hand in there.
Yeah. I think something underrated before I go and break down the fight. Something super underrated about this card is that, well, to me personally, I'm more excited for the women fights than the male fights. That's just me. When you talk about the fight right before it, we'll get to it. But Weili Zhang is somebody that to me, she's my favorite women fighter since Ronda Rousey, in my opinion. I think she's just, like Ahmed said, she's just different. Like the brutality, the just strength that she has, the power in it. Just go look at the fight against Joanna.
For a strawweight.
It's insane. And with that being said, I don't want to discredit Rose Namajunas because she, in her own right, is a very, very good fighter. But I question her. I've seen stuff about how, like, I don't know if she still wants to fight for a very long time. I don't know. I question her mentality. I don't question her as a fighter. But if she can, maybe she can have this as coming back. You know, that injury against Andrade where she lost. That's not anything to play around with.
Yeah, that was
That's a
bad.
career ender. It
That
was
was bad.
scary. But she came back, beat Andrade, and she's just a fantastic fighter. But I think the difference between the two women in this fight is that Zhang's strength and just aggression and power is just gonna make a difference. She's gonna feel those punches more than Zhang is gonna feel Namajunas. So I'm gonna go Weili Zhang to win.
I'm not gonna lie though. I kind of hope Rose does win, so just so we can hear
Yeah.
DC. Dog Rose all over again. That would be
That's
cool.
iconic, man.
Yeah,
Like,
but he ran.
that's
He
such an
ran with
iconic
that.
call.
He ran with that.
Yeah.
Like he didn't stop all night.
Yeah, that was insane.
So Weili Zhang is our pick, but it's a fantastic fight, and I cannot wait for that one.
Can't wait.
I
As
think
we
it can go
move
either
on,
way. Yeah.
for sure. As we move on to the third title bout of the night, Valentina Shevchenko, my little baby. I love Valentina, bro. The assassin.
fighter.
She is such an assassin versus Jessica Andrade, who is I think making her debut, or her second fight at flyweight. Second fight, I believe.
I believe it might be her second.
Yeah, second. I think she beat Kaylin. I don't forget her last name, Chugagian, whatever. Yeah, her second fight already in a big time fight against Valentina, the champ. This one, I believe, is the least close. Like, I think Valentina is going to show
Washer.
I believe exactly. I believe even though Andrade does have power and she's scary and she can wrestle, I believe Valentina is just her counter striking is ridiculous. Her power, her kicks to the body and up top, anywhere, her kicks are ridiculous, bro. She might have the best kicks in all of the game. Ridiculous.
Maybe.
I love Valentina to win this, and maybe in impressive fashion, maybe a knockout. But I like Valentina.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this fight's close, to be honest. And I mean, I don't mean to disrespect Jessica Andrade, but Valentina Shevchenko is so fucking good, man. She's probably the second best women's fighter right now. And I mean, Amanda Nunes, but Shevchenko's really, really good. I think she's gonna win this fight, and I think she's gonna beat her ass.
I thought Valentina beat Amanda in the second fight, but that's just my opinion. It was a fantastic and a close fight.
Same.
But those two are definitely the cream of the crop.
Yeah, 100%.
1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I know we're agreeing a lot, but I think Shevchenko.
Yeah, this is a good podcast. We're all agreeing, no arguing yet. Yeah.
Great minds think alike. Because I agree. I think Shevchenko I mean, she has the size, she has the reach, she has the power, she has everything in her arsenal. She's such a good fighter. She honestly, other than Nunes, she really hasn't lost in her career. So I don't see Andrade beating her. I can't see it.
Yeah. And I just want to go back to my point. Weili Zhang, if she would have won and Valentina would have won, I know a lot of people are talking about Valentina versus Amanda for the third time or fourth time. I don't know how many times they already third time. But Weili Zhang versus Valentina Shevchenko.
That would be an amazing fight. I would pay so much money to see that.
You put
fight.
that in China?
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So
that's it. Matchmaker.
I'm telling you right now, Dana White does not put these two on here for no damn reason. I'm telling you right now. So
it's a fact. You're right about that.
We'll see what happens, but that's the 3 title bouts. And we got Uriah Hall versus Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman, a legend in the sport, but I believe he's not at the level he used to be. But he can still win this fight because of just off his wrestling. Anthony Smith versus Jimmy Crute, the veteran versus the young guy coming up. Jimmy Crute is, I've told people that he's only at 25. So if you want to pick some young guy nobody's talking about, Jimmy Crute for to be a champ one day, it's definitely possible. It's a great fight. I believe that's the last fight on the main card.
Yep.
Main card.
Prelims, you got Alex Cowboy Oliveira fighting Randy Brown. That's a good, solid fight. Brandon Allen making his return coming off a bad loss. That's pretty much it, though. But the card is fantastic. And like we said the first time that we're going to see fans since like a year ago. So that's gonna be exciting, and
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm very
Ahmed,
excited
hold
for this
up.
card.
Hold up. Before we end this topic, of course, we got to keep the tradition going. I know Yoni's not here, but you got to pronounce one of
Oh,
the prelims names. And I picked the last fight in the early prelims with a very familiar first name, but his last name's kind of weird, I
who
guess. The last fight in the early prelims.
is it? The women's strawweight. That's what I have.
Nah. Oh, really?
Let me see.
Then I guess the bantamweight fight.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh my god.
Kevin, not to be dead.
And the other guy.
Oh, Dana. Oh, bro, it's Dana with 2 A's. Dana.
Dana.
Dana Bagarel.
Bagarelli or some shit.
Bagarel.
Anyway, nah, the names are in this card.
Bro,
The names are pretty good.
Bro, if they're like Nigerian or some shit, then I have a problem.
Man,
but if they're you know some Spanish guys, you know, I'll
Listen,
hang in there.
I've always said if your name is like long as fuck and people know how to pronounce it perfectly, you're just so good. Like I talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Okay, bro. Okay, but like you gotta be good. But anyways, that was just a little something. Okay, on to our next top. Let's talk a little bit NBA. So I'm gonna give it up to the guests first. The New York Knicks, guys. Is it time to get actually excited about Knicks basketball?
Again? Oh, I think it's
Ben time, yeah.
Ahmed, hold up. Let the guests speak. Okay, we know about you. You've been preaching this all year since we started the podcast. But guests, go on, talk about your Knicks, talk your shit. Go ahead. I'm just gonna sit back and just listen because, you know, I have my own opinions on the Knicks.
I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think this is the time to be alive if you're a Knicks fan. The team's playing great. Wow. They're defending at a great rate. You have Julius Randle, a true all-star. Tom Thibodeau, you got the Quickly, Rose. I mean, this is such a rootable team. This isn't a team that was bought in free agency. This is a team that was built from the ground up. You know, some smaller signings, but for most part, it was built through the draft and smart signings and free agency. And they play hard and play great. Right now, we're sitting in the 4th seed, I believe, with only a few games left to go into the season. It's looking really good for the Knicks. You know, it looks really good. They're going to be a tough matchup, whoever versus them in the first round.
Shout out, Javin.
This picture I made right here, I made this probably like 10 weeks ago, maybe even farther.
If you guys are watching on the podcast and audio, if you guys just want to search into the YouTube and look what he's did, he has Julius Randle.
Don't even say Photoshop.
It's real. With the MVP award. Listen, I know. Okay, just go, man.
I mean, I'm saying Julius Randle MVP, Tom Thibodeau Coach of the Year. You got Nerlens Noel winning Defensive Player. You know, I don't know if Obi Toppin's going to win Rookie of the Year. That might be a little too much.
That's where you guys don't go that far. The Rookie of the Year conversation. Got it.
It's all good because Emmanuel Quickly is going to win anyway.
Oh yeah,
it's all good. We good.
I forgot he was rookie. He's so good. But anyway, the Knicks, man, playing fucking amazing. 7-game win streak they're playing right now against the Hawks. I think we're all watching that game. Maybe not Tiku, but
I'm watching Yankees.
Yeah, man, the Knicks, it's just exciting for the first time in years. You know, you can tune into a game and like you're not thinking like, oh man, it's gonna be a blowout every time. You know, you get fun, competitive games.
They play hard to the end for Tom.
Yep.
I just want to go back to what Adam said because it's just perfect. This team is exactly what you want to root for, especially as a New York fan. They play defense from the first minute to the last minute, and I love every single second of it. Tom Thibodeau, people are saying, oh, he's not good for the young players, but he's getting the best out of everybody on the roster. Everybody, anybody you name. I think when you watch the Knicks, and I've said this maybe since like the 4th game of the season, first team to score 100 wins the game.
Mm-hmm.
And they play like an old school type of basketball, and I'm here for it. I love it. I'm so proud of these guys, bro. And like you said, we didn't buy nothing. This is natural. This is hard work, and it's just so what's the word? Ironic that the first year that the Nets get these, you know, all these superstars and all that, and they are superstars, but the Knicks are taking over the city, and it's insane. I love it. Shout out to the Knicks trying to go for 8 in a row right now, and go all the way and get that playoff spot. Shout out Cody.
What do y'all think Tom Thibodeau's chances of getting Coach of the Year?
Yeah, yeah, bro. He should definitely be top 2, top 3. And I know, Quinn Snyder, Monty Williams, those are the only guys that can even debate. Because Tom Thibodeau, bro, they're 5 games over 500 and about to be the 4th seed. New York Knicks. So, I mean, it's no debate that he's definitely top 3. Will he win it? I don't know. I mean, the media doesn't, love the Knicks. So, but I think Julius Randle is definitely playing like an All NBA player. Like a All NBA, probably 3rd team. But I bro, just so proud of him, bro. So proud of him. 7 in a row. You kidding me?
He's having some amazing games too.
We mentioned this on our pod that I think Tom has to be the front runner just because he has that storyline to him. The Knicks have been bad for so long, and he's finally the coach to bring us and resurrect this franchise. Exactly. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And this is the same exact team from last year.
Yes.
Same team, bro. It's just Alec Burks, and I love Alec Burks, but he's not, that big of a difference to change their whole season around. Yeah. So
was Noel on the team last season?
No.
Yeah,
he's been big for you guys.
I know, but he's only playing because he's playing as much as he is because Mitch is obviously hurt, but he's playing fantastic, and it goes back to Dibs. He's getting the best out of him. He's doing that, and it's the same team last year, and this team was one of the worst teams last year. One what's the word? One off season, and now they're the 4th seed. Tom Thibodeau is showing what real and I also want to go back to this because I was always saying this to every single Knicks fan. Culture is overrated. Either you're a winner or you're not. And people, we gotta bring in Russell Westbrook and change the culture. No, you gotta bring in a real head coach and players who are willing to play for him. Exactly what we've done, and that's real culture. So I love what they're doing, bro.
Not for nothing. I was ready for you guys to take Russell Westbrook from the Rockets.
I
was praying somebody did.
I would not be surprised, but
I don't even want to talk about the Rockets, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, still talk. It was like 40 games in a row they lost now.
Bro. If we don't, so OKC has a pick, right? And it's top 3 protected, I believe. So if we lose that fucking pick, I don't know, bro.
Don't you guys still have the Mavericks pick for this
I think
draft?
Yeah, they have both. You guys have like 9 picks in the next like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
like
but
first rounders. So
I'm not trying to lose that top pick. Now,
I think
that's a top 5 pick right there for sure.
Yeah,
I think those picks are going to be pretty late in the draft too from the Nets.
Yeah,
they're probably picking like 30, picks. 29.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you see this success being like for many years, not just a one season wonder? Well, we're talking about Tom Thibodeau now. We know how many minutes each player plays. I think Julius Randle plays the most minutes in the NBA for any player. Do you think this is for longevity? Does it work? Can it bring you long-lasting success? Because we know his stints in Chicago were pretty good. The Rose injury happened. A lot of stuff happened there. His Timberwolves, he was there. They took him to the playoffs the first season. Of course, they had Jimmy Butler, Karl-Anthony Towns. They had more talent than you could say that the Knicks had. But as a coach, do you see him as the guy to at least contend for a championship? Do you think he is the guy?
I mean, I'm more of just enjoying this right now because it's been such a long time since I've had, something to root for, and fucking basketball. So I'm just happy with right now. But I mean, it doesn't. It does. I mean, it obviously helps us because if you're making RJ Barrett so much better, and all of this, it's just gonna help them in the long run. So if if he is the guy to win NBA championship, I don't know, but I'm just living the moment right now, and what he's done so far has been insane, bro.
Yeah, and
That's understandable.
It's my fault. The way that the
No,
NBA
I was just.
like, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say understandable. I get it. Go ahead, man.
Just like the way that the NBA is like set up right now, it's just so hard to win a championship if you're not fucking bringing in three All-Stars, some MVPs. It's just fucking impossible. So I mean, I don't think you maybe necessarily need it, like get excited for a championship in the immediate future. But like Ahmed said, it's just been so long since you've even been in a playoff spot. You just want to enjoy it right now.
Yeah, that's understandable to think, but I feel like when I remember talking about the Knicks, I think maybe when it was like draft time or maybe just right before the season started, how the best thing for the Knicks that they can do this upcoming season is to at least be competitive and try and make the playoffs. And I think they've done better than what I expected. I think they were going to fight for maybe a 9 or 10 seed, maybe be in that playoff spot. Now they're the 5th seed. They're playing the Hawks right now, could be 4th. Not that far away from 3rd, the Bucks, but at least being competitive, being in the games. And I don't know what Ahmed thinks. I think culture matters. Culture is part of every team. I brought up the Nets model a couple seasons ago where at the end of the day, if you have at least a competitive team and somewhat of like a team identity in a big market, people talk about the Nets, the kids, the second team in New York, blah, blah, blah. But them being in a big market opens up chances for big free agents to come there and try and make themselves open their brand up, make them bigger than what they are, for business wise. You can see Kevin Durant. I think his company is like maybe up to the
35 ventures. What is it?
35 ventures. That's like huge now. And for the Knicks could be one of the hottest spots in NBA. And
you're seeing it right now.
You're right. And that's been the problem with me about the Knicks. When you talk about being in New York City, they've destroyed that allure themselves.
No,
like that should be enough. They have. Exactly. But he's destroyed it. I've always been adamant that James Dolan is the problem. But, this whole situation, like you can't really get him. Yeah, he is the problem, without a doubt. Short-term success should not mask the true problem. I don't think Knicks can be a championship contender as long as this guy's there because he will find a way to mess it up. But the way they're doing now, if they can keep it going, they have, like you said, they have a good draft capital. Maybe a star wants to be out. I think the star that the Knicks should look out for is Karl-Anthony Towns, considering he has a relationship with Leon Rose and those guys. That's the guy that they need to look out because I think at some time, I understand they got a nice core, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. Some people think D'Angelo's not as good as he is, blah, 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 but he's friends with him. That's going to be huge for the Knicks going on, and they need to watch that out. I like what the Knicks are doing. I have no criticism about them. I just don't see the longevity of the team being that special, considering Julius Randle. I don't want to take credit for him because this season he's been sensational. I think definitely an all NBA guy, but playing at the all NBA level, he's going to ask for money. Now that's going to be a big decision maybe this season if you want a contract extension. Maybe he got a team options, I'm pretty sure, but I think he's going to ask for a contract extension. He's going to talk about that. He's going to have to. So that's going to be interesting. I think the development of RJ Barrett's going to be interesting. I haven't been the most likable about him, you could say. But he's been playing good. He's been shutting me up. So we'll see. They still have a long way to go, but this is a good start, you can say.
For sure.
So congrats, Knicks fans. Enjoy it for now.
We are definitely enjoying it.
I love it. It's good.
Bro,
it's good.
You see it right now, though. You see it right now. If the Knicks are good, what,
Yeah, for sure.
Our league.
But that's the thing. I'm looking at it like, okay, they're good. They're competitive. Like I have a Knicks fan that tells me he's just happy that they're in games. And I'm like, in my head as Miami Heat fan that's seen a team that's been in games for the last 10 years, even after we lost LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, we were still competing in games. That's not anything special to me. To me, it's you're doing the least standard of a team in
we're not just competing.
You're winning games. You're right. But he said it like that. I'm like, bro, it's not anything to be anything crazy about. But Randall, RJ, Emmanuel, quickly, it's nice. It's nice. And you guys are playing. It's good. Yeah, Obi Toppin. I don't know about that. If you guys want to go look at my NBA mock draft we did, I said it. I didn't like Obi. Meg got mad at me, but I said Obi's not that good. But who knows? He's so young, a rookie. He can still be good.
Yep.
So let's talk about the man that should have been a Knick, could have been a Knick.
Oh.
I know Knicks fans have been very kind of down that he was picked literally one pick away after the Minnesota Timberwolves picked the point guard. They picked 2 point guards in a row. Stephen Curry, man, what a player. What a season he's having. What do you guys think about his season? MVP frontrunner?
Dude, the games he's been having are fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I don't think he's in the MVP conversation just because his team's not in the playoffs right now. And usually it's like the top 2 seeds usually is the winner for MVP, except that one year that Russ Westbrook won it. Top 5. Yeah. I mean, when was the last time besides Westbrook?
I don't remember.
It's been a minute.
Karl Malone, I think, won it when the Jazz were like 6 seed back all the way to like 1990s.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So usually it's like top 3 seeds, but Steph Curry's not even in the. I mean, he's in the playoffs, but 9th seed. The playoff in the play-in tournament. But you can't discredit the season that he's having and the past couple of games that he's been having is fucking ridiculous. Oh my god,
definitely special.
I think
it hurts because his team just let him down. I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no, you're good.
His team is just letting him down bad. This game somebody stepped up. The one they're playing right now, Oubre decided to drop some points.
Yeah, finally, right?
Yeah. So other than that,
it's Washington.
I think Curry's playing at an unbelievable level right now, like insane. But I think it might be a little too late in the season for him to beat out Embiid or Jokic, because these guys been doing it all season, not just the last couple months or couple weeks. But I think it's a little too late. If he was going on this like hot streak a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, I think he'd probably
100%.
win it.
I mean, for me, the reason why I really want to talk about Steph Curry, because obviously, his numbers are crazy, ridiculous, even though, James Harden and, LeBron James and all these guys always, kind of put up similar numbers, especially James Harden. I mean, James Harden on the Rockets would drop 40 and give you 10 and 10 every night. Insane. So, we've seen this before. But the reason why I want to bring up Steph Curry right now is because when you look at the league, LeBron's out, AD's out, Kevin Durant's out, Harden's out, and I think it was Tim Legger. He said it perfectly. Steph Curry is saving basketball right now. Ratings-wise, ESPN, all that, people are tuning in to watch Steph Curry because he at this moment he is must watch.
100%.
So in terms of that, deserves all the credit in the world, and he's been sensational. I mean, sure. like Steph Curry has always been an incredible player. So it's nothing new, but he's not even in the top 3 MVP.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Stop it. I mean, his team, I believe, is not even in the playoffs right now. Even though his numbers are ridiculous. If you want
the play-ins,
but
he's 9th right now.
What are we doing here? I mean, if that's the case, then Julius Randle should be ahead of him, in my opinion. So
I'd agree.
I mean, that's about
yeah.
I listen. Curry's he's gonna end up probably the second best point guard of all time. There is gonna be an argument that he might be the best. There is. It depends on if he wins another championship. Maybe if he wins another MVP,
Y'all must have forgot who Magic Johnson was then.
Nah, Magic's number 1 still, but I'm saying there's a discussion to be had. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying the discussion could be had. But
also sponsored by
like I said,
Coke now. I just wanted to bring that up.
Coke. Listen, we're making money moves, guys. Anyways, but
That's
Steph
what's up.
Curry, yeah, that's. I think Adam said it very well. I think it's too late in the season to just put him at the forefront. You can't. When you look at guys like Jokic, in my opinion, and I'm asking you guys to give me who do you guys think is your front runners at the moment. But to me, I think it's Jokic. I think considering what is he averaging? He's averaging like 26. Um, 26, 8, and 11 was averaging a triple double. He recently very sad that they lost Jamal Murray,
Yeah.
but the Nuggets have stayed a 5 seed in the West. That's a very tough West, and I think he has to be the front runner. I think James Harden before he got hurt was two.
Yeah.
I think Embiid before he got hurt was two. I think there's just so many guys that Giannis, LeBron before he got hurt. It's Damian Lillard. A lot of guys are ahead of Curry, even though he's playing on an insane rate. But the team record, you have to factor that into MVPs. You have to. LeBron James didn't win the MVP in 2011 because the Chicago Bulls had the first seed. So you gotta be consistent with that. I'm just gonna say a name since we're talking about MVPs. I'm gonna put respect. This is gonna be my agenda going on this podcast to put some respect on Rudy Gobert's name. I think Gobert is at least top 7 in the MVP rankings. And I'm gonna talk my shit. And I don't give a shit. Look at Ahmed's face. Look at Ahmed's face.
My heart, bro.
Ahmed's face said I like Bayern. That's the same reaction he had when Bayern was supposed to go to the Super League. But I think we still got to start giving credit to Rudy Gobert, man. I don't give a shit, bro. I'll die on this hill. What do you guys think?
Listen,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You are definitely right that he is underrated in terms of value. But don't ever bring up Rudy Gobert when we talk about MVP talks, bro. Don't ever do that.
Jazzy,
He's a
you're
phenomenal
number one seed,
player. You know, yeah, for sure. But he is not the most valuable player in the league. And he's not even in the top 5 for me.
Yeah,
I think I gotta put some respect on his name.
Should be drug tested for that, honestly.
I don't know about top 10 in the MVP. I mean, top 10 MVP voting? No, I don't think so. He's an amazing defensive player, and he's definitely a big part of the Jazz success this season. But I don't know.
Is he even the most valuable player on his team?
No,
especially recently because Donovan Mitchell has been putting up ridiculous numbers. I know. I think now he's hurt, but
they're on their way to win their 3rd game since he's left and only.
I mean, they got a fantastic team, and it's Quinn Snyder, who I've always said is a phenomenal coach. But they've got a good team. Jordan Clarkson's playing great. Royce O'Neal, Joel Ingles. I mean, even the bench players are, actually playing great. Shout out my guy, Eli Hughes from Syracuse. But come on, bro. Like Rudy Gobert MVP, like, he don't even win MVP in like France. You're talking about over here, bro. Stop it.
Listen, I think he's number 1 for Defensive Player of the Year. Even though I'm a little bit biased, I could put Bam as number 1. But Gobert, I think you need a little bit more respect. I think he's arguably the best player on that team. I really do. And he gets a lot of heat. But so let's get into the question I said before. Each one of you guys got to tell me who is your front runner for MVP. Ahmed, go ahead. You go first.
I think at this moment right now, it's just 2 guys. I think it's Joel Embiid and obviously Joker. If I have to pick right now, I'll probably go Joker. His numbers are ridiculous. He's also shooting ridiculous. He's 85% from the free throw line. If he was just 90%, 50, 40, 90, and he's also giving you 26, 12, and 8. Ridiculous numbers. Nuggets are, I believe, top 5 seed. Even though Joel Embiid has been insane all year, he has missed some games. And Joker has been from the first game. And also coming off after that bubble, he didn't have a lot of time. And he just came back, no complaints, did all the work, and obviously now losing Jamal Murray hurts, but he's still the MVP in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. I think what Jokic has the advantage over everybody is that he's been durable.
Yeah.
Like you named it before that Embiid's missed time, Giannis, LeBron, everybody's been missing time, Harden. And Jokic has been doing it since game 1. I think he's been carrying his team on his back. His numbers are insane. He definitely deserves it. He's shooting very efficient. He's their engine right now. And the Nuggets, before Jamal Murray got hurt, they were up there in the top of the West. So I think it has to be him.
Yeah.
I also think it's Joel Embiid, Jokic. I think if Jokic can keep his team where they are now with Jamal Murray hurt and in the 4th seed, and they don't skid down anymore, I think that he should be MVP. But if we fall even more, then I think Joel Embiid's going to win it, even with the injuries, unless he just doesn't play the rest of the season, you know?
And I think the media obviously wants Joel Embiid to win, in my eyes. You know, they obviously want Joel to win.
Okay.
For whatever reason
makes
that
sense.
is.
I think it's pretty weird. Even though I think early in the season, the media was definitely going a little bit on LeBron James to win MVP, even though I think he was having a great season. Don't get me wrong.
Every year.
I think Joel and Jokic were definitely insane. Any other NBA topics you want to bring up? Anything that you guys found interesting? I've made it known that this season hasn't been my favorite. Haven't found the enjoyment. Maybe it's because Miami's just a very weird team this season, winning games then losing games. But I don't know. I think the NBA. I think Adam Silver really messed up this season, considering it started off so early, no rest.
Yeah.
You see a lot of injuries on the Lakers. You see a lot of injuries on Miami. Those teams that were in the finals did a lot. It hurt us a lot. And you also look at the teams that went deep. You just look at the Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray going out, Donovan Mitchell getting hurt for Utah. I think. Do you guys have any talks, anything about how the season's going on? Do you guys with how quickly it happened and everything about it?
Yeah, I think the beginning of the season was very slow. It's because people had to get rest and then people had to get ramped up on a short notice. And don't forget, in the beginning of the season, a lot of COVID games got to get postponed and pushed, and that was a whole mess. Like the Celtics and a bunch of other teams. So the beginning of the season was really brutal to get through. I think now it's starting to feel like basketball again, especially with the playoffs around the corner. But I have to agree. I think Adam Silver kind of mishandled this season because it was too soon. You know, they just did the bubble. It was too quick.
Yeah.
A lot of people got injured. They don't want to see. Nobody wants to see the superstars get injured. Nobody wants to see Braun and all the other guys get hurt. So I think the beginning of the season was brutal, but I think when playoffs come, it's going to be NBA basketball over. It's going to be great.
I mean, I totally agree. I think, you know, the only problem is you know, they probably started off a little too early, but you know, to have NBA basketball, especially as a Knicks fan this year, I cannot complain. So I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, definitely. I think they need the playoffs to start up to bring some energy, and maybe that will bring me back to watching some games more. So, with the NBA being done, now we get to what I'm super excited about. Our first ever Church for Skins mock draft. So what happened?
I almost pulled up in a suit for this. That's how excited I was, bro.
Oh my! We got to do that then.
Straight up suit.
Yeah, we gotta edit that in for the first.
For sure. I was gonna tell you. I was gonna tell you after this.
We're gonna edit that thing.
Oh no! Definitely. Don't get the suit, Javin, bro. Don't do it.
Oh my!
He's gonna get the suit.
Oh my!
I have a suit right here, bro. So I won't.
I could put on like a little sun. Hold on, let me go find. Nah, forget about it. That's mad work. Javin has gone missing. Let's put a PBA out for him. We gotta find out. Send the police to his house. He's gone missing. But until he comes back, I'm gonna guys tell you how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have everybody's gonna make their own picks. Everyone's gonna hold on. What?
Oh Javin, no.
The shirt's 2 sizes too small.
If we're really gonna do that, oh my! I'm getting my thing. Hold up.
Should I go get my suit? I got a little suit right here.
I really feel like David.
In fact, I'm staring at my suit right now.
You know, hold on.
Go. We gotta put him on now. Now we're here. Because we're doing a mock draft. This is live.
We ain't doing no
editing on this. We ain't doing no editing on this. We ain't doing no editing on this. Listen, I'm from New York, bro. I'm gonna go to the draft with the Yankee fitted on. That's how we rock.
Thanks, bro. I gotta get the blazer on right now. It's a little tight.
Look at this. This is what we do with the next generation of NFL execs. So until everybody gets here, I'm gonna tell you guys the rules.
Oh, this is way too small, bro. I think I grew 5 inches.
Everyone's gonna have their own pick. They can make any trade they want. We're doing our shirts versus skins. We don't give a shit. We can draft whoever we want. We don't care. So this is how we're gonna do the order. I'm gonna go first. Ahmed's gonna go second. Who was third? I think it was Adam, right? Adam, you're third.
Adam.
And Javin's gonna be fourth. So let's start it. This is exciting. So with the first pick in the 2021 NFL draft, this might be a surprise, guys. This might be a surprise. The Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence. Woo-wee. What a surprise. Oh, what happened? You wanted him?
That throws everything out of whack, bro. I thought I was gonna get him before.
That's funny. All right. So Ahmed, go ahead. You got the second pick. You're in New York Jets.
With the second pick in the 2021 NFL draft, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson, quarterback from BYU. I believe it's locked in. I believe the Jets have been talking to his family for about a month and a half now, and I'm very confident to say it is locked in. It's not, almost. It is locked in. Zach Wilson will be a Jet in about 8 or 9 days.
Yeah.
I think Adam Schefter came out and said when I think he texted Zach Wilson saying that congratulations you're going to New York or something like that. So I think it's pretty much that. It's pretty much that set, man. And it's a great pick. I think Zach Wilson to me is quarterback 2 in this draft.
Guys, hold up. I got a phone call from Schefter right now.
Oh my.
Yeah. Third pick in the draft 49ers. Who are they going? They said Mac Jones.
Daddy.
Mac Jones at number 3. I think Kyle Shanahan's gonna love it. I think he's their guy. I know a lot of Justin Fields.
Really?
I think Justin Fields is getting hyped up right now, but when push comes to shove, it's gonna be Mac Jones on draft night.
Oh my.
Listen, and from what I'm hearing, it's a split. The GM wants Justin Fields and the coach wants Mac Jones. I've been hearing that, bro. It's locked in. Mac Jones will be the quarterback. His mind and him, at a young age, being able to read defenses so good, he will be a 49er. And Jimmy G will have to find a new home. Maybe back to Bill Belichick and the Patriots, but Mac Jones is a 49er.
All right.
Oh my, it's not gonna happen, man. I think that's just full of smoke screen. To me personally, I think Justin Fields is the guy. And a fun fact, Kyle Shanahan and his own father made a quarterback development camp, and their main person that's come out of that camp, Justin Fields. So,
and they do love Ohio State players, but we'll see.
And they do. So Mac Jones is our third pick. Number 4, Javin, with the suit, with the headphones, you're looking like an offensive coordinator.
I'm ready to go.
So
where's
with
the
fourth pick, go ahead, man.
With the 4th pick in the NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida.
Wow. Best player available.
Okay.
So I think they give Matt Ryan, let him finish out his contract. I think they're still confident on him. And they give him another weapon. They give Julio someone to play with, and they give Calvin Ridley, and their offense is going to be on fire going into this season. I hope.
And just going back to that, I think it's small chance that they do go Trey Lance because, Arthur Smith's offense works perfectly, with Trey Lance. But I believe that, Matt Ryan, I believe, has 2 more years left. He's still a pretty good quarterback. They've got a lot of weapons on offense. Kyle Pitts is the best player available. Kyle Pitts is insane. So, obviously, you can't go wrong with Kyle Pitts.
I think Kyle Pitts is the best pass catcher in this draft. I think he's that good. He's such a mismatch. He's going to be so tough to guard. He's fast. He has great hands. At the tight end spot, those are hard to find, those premium tight ends, those Kelseys, those Ertz, the Kittles. Yeah. That's going to change their offense completely.
Yeah.
Definitely is. I think personally, the Atlanta Falcons should go quarterback. I think they won't. I think second option should be trading back. I don't think they will, considering I think they restructured Matt Ryan's contract. That's a big indicator that they might go maybe another year with him. Considering Julio Jones is getting older, Calvin Ridley is a monster. I think Kyle Pitts is, in my opinion, the second most talented player in this draft. Yes, ahead of those quarterbacks. I love Kyle Pitts. He's my favorite player in this draft. and them going Kyle Pitts kind of is a bummer if we're going to talk to Atlanta Falcons fans, but they're getting a great player. Before we go into the fifth pick, I want you guys to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like all our videos, follow us on all our socials at Shirt V Skins. Got to get that plug in before we get into the fifth pick, which the Cincinnati Bengals have. Ooh, guys, with the fifth pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Jamar Chase.
Wow.
Yes, this is going to be a shocker. I know everybody thinks, let's protect Joe Burrow. But guess what? We're going to listen to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow reunites with his LSU #1 target, Jamar Chase. How nasty. Definitely the best wide receiver in this draft. This is definitely a special player, game-changing player. I think a smart pick is to go Penny Sewell or maybe even a Rashawn Slater. But I think they've made a couple signings in free agency. I think Jamar Chase, they're going to go with what the quarterback wants. So Jamar Chase at number 5.
I mean, Chase is a stud, but I mean, I think here, Penny Sewell, has a chance to be a top left tackle for 10 or 15 years. And a left tackle is probably the second most important position. I'm telling you right now, if they two, he's fantastic, Jamar Chase, even though I have him as my second ranked wide receiver. He's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Penny Sewell, I believe, should be the choice, but we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I think the fact that Joe Burrow literally broke his leg last season, I think that might push him to go offensive line. They can't have him breaking his leg every year.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I put Penny Sewell for when I did my mock. That's why I got the Bengals picking.
But hey, I like the Jamar Chase pick too. That's bold.
Yeah.
It is bold. And then we're talking about the Bengals here. And I see something funny on Twitter. There was like a meme. It's like, you know how they previewed their latest jerseys? They had Joe Burrow was like crossing his feet. And then one of the knees showed his like surgery for the torn ACL. And they're like, this is why they should draft Penny Sewell.
Oh my God.
Like ACL. So 6th pick, Ahmed.
Well, I mean, you taking Jamar Chase definitely, changes things. But I think the Dolphins.
This is the problem doing it live, though.
Yep.
This is the problem doing it live. You got this.
I think the Dolphins here, they will be happy to have Penei Sewell. I think Tua was had a history of a lot of injuries. They already have some weapons. Obviously, I think Parker and 2 solid tight ends, so they have some weapons. But you gotta make sure that Tua is healthy, so you see what he is. And I think Penei Sewell here is probably a steal at this point, going 6 to the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
I like that pick. That pick.
Yeah.
That's bold, to be honest. I think personally, considering they got Will Fuller this offseason, this free agency, I think maybe a Devontae Smith. I think of Devontae, maybe even a Jalen Waddle, depending who they want. I think that would make sense. Penei Sewell, yes. I think there's some talks about him. I think he's O-line 1 without a doubt. And 6 dropping to 6 is a steal, but I don't know. I think you got to give him a weapon, a separator.
I think they probably wanted Jamar Chase, but
he's gone.
You don't.
He's
yeah.
gone now.
You don't always get what you want.
Facts. Number 7.
Who's next up?
Lions. So the Lions are in a weird spot here. I think when on draft day they might trade back because with the top quarterback still available. But I'm not gonna have them trading back. I think because they got Jared Goff there, he's making so much money. They're gonna probably let him play it out and see what he has. So I think they're gonna go best player available. I think they gotta fix up this defense. Their defense is really bad. I think they go the best defensive draft prospect in this draft, and it's gonna be Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons. I think he's gonna change up that defense. He's so athletic. His instincts are insane. He can blitz. His coverage skills aren't great, but I think he can get better at that. He's a monster, and this is going to be someone you could build a defense around Micah Parsons. Yeah.
I mean, you're definitely right. They are in a tough spot. Picking at 7, and in my mock draft, I had them trading back, but taking best defensive player, probably the best player available at this point, and he is a stud, Micah Parsons. If he can stay healthy and keep his minds right, one of the best, was your linebacker. So,
Yeah.
stud, absolute stud pick.
I think he's like the new gen
Yeah.
linebackers. He can blitz,
Mhm.
he can cover a little
Mhm.
bit. He's great in the line of scrimmage. He gets to the backfield. He's super fast, super athletic. I think it's gonna be too tough to pass on him, honestly.
He's a sensational player. Without a doubt, I think he's definitely a top 10 talent. They have the off the fields talks about him. Maybe he might drop because of that. I really don't think so. I think athletically, this guy is insane.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But in my opinion, Lions, Michael Parsons is actually a really good pick for them. But I maybe would have went for either one of the Devontae Smiths or the Jalen Waddles that dropped. I think they went that. Give Goff at least a weapon, considering Galladay's gone, Marvin Jones is gone. I think wide receiver made more sense. But Michael Parsons, great pick. Number 8.
All right. So I think the Panthers are in a interesting predicament because they just got Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
So
Mhm.
they can go for Jalen Waddle, get him a weapon, or
Mhm.
they fix up the O line a little bit, protect Sam Darnold, or they go defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Jalen Waddle.
Wow.
Get him a weapon, take him off the board.
Wow.
Get Sam Darnold someone to throw to. Show him that you're confident in him. Give him that guy that can get catches.
I respect it.
Thank you.
I really do.
Try my
Because I
best.
feel like, listen, they do.
not
You're
to get fired.
just to impress. It's crazy you're picking for the Panthers, but you're wearing the Giants hat though. That's
Shit.
a crazy thing. Maybe, listen, you are Dave Gettleman.
Dave Gettleman.
You are legitimately Dave Gettleman. And
Yeah.
this is hilarious. But I think it makes sense. I like wide receiver. It makes sense. I think perfect player for them would be if Kyle Pitts drops for them. But when you talk about putting faith in your quarterback, getting someone like Jalen Waddle, who can be arguably wide receiver 1 with DJ Moore, with
Robbie Anderson.
with Robbie Anderson, with Christian McCaffrey. I like it. It's a bold pick, but I really do like it.
For me, I would have went Slater, the tackle out of Northwestern. I think that would have been the most ideal pick.
Listen,
and
I would have
also,
too.
Also corner. I think corner, either Surtain or Horn. But Jalen Waddle, like you said, the speed, cannot teach it.
Special.
He has, when you see him, you see a lot of Tyreek Hill in him. And, if you believe Sam Darnold is the guy, obviously, you start getting him weapons.
Oh, it does not look good for Trae Young right now. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. But...
Oh,
listen, that happens all the time, man, with Ahmed. So this isn't the first time. So with the 9th
that's
pick.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. My bad.
This
Go
is
ahead.
the problem with doing it like nah, it's no problem. Bo, so number 9, the Denver Broncos. This is my pick now. This is interesting. Oh my man. I like how this mock draft is going. I'm having so much fun with it. I had actually Broncos trading up to get Mac Jones in this. I don't know. Okay, I got it. So with the 9th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Trey Lance.
Wow.
That might be something crazy considering Justin Fields has now he's about to be the 4th quarterback drafted now. So
Yeah.
this is when it's getting interesting. Considering Trey Lance, to me, I think Trey Lance has everything to be one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. I think he just needs to go to the right situation. Do I think the Broncos is? I don't know. I think they do got the weapons for him. I think Jerry Jeudy is sensational. I think when you talk about
Hamler,
KJ Hamler, you talk about Noah Fant, that's a good team, and I think their O-line is pretty solid.
What's the kid that got hurt?
Wasn't that
Cortland
Sutton?
Very good
Sutton's
player.
a stud as well.
Really good player.
So they got players for him. Trey Lance could be successful and a decent O-line. I think it makes sense. I think the situation makes sense, but people are going to start talking now about Justin Fields. Maybe someone trades up, but that's not up to me. Next pick, Dallas Cowboys.
Second, I was trying to find my pen to write down this stuff, but we will obviously,
I got it. I'm holding it down right now.
Yeah, I got it too.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. You got that already. With the first trade of the night, I believe the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my.
They they feel like they can get their corner later on, or a solid player. I believe the Arizona Cardinals will move up from 16 to 10, and losing Larry Fitzgerald, they will replace Larry Fitzgerald with the next Larry Fitzgerald, Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith will go top 10. Devontae Smith is talk about off the field. You will not hear a peep. On the field, dude's a stud. My favorite player in the whole draft. He's a guarantee to be a great player. And Cliff Kingsbury does not fuck around, and he's given Kyle Murray weapons now, defensively, offensively. Arizona Cardinals are coming for that division.
Holy!
I just want to say this, that me and Ahmed did not look at each other's drafts because I had the same exact thing written down. I'm gonna try to show you guys. Cardinals.
Yeah, he did have it written down.
Oh, it's not gonna
look
work.
at my notes. I don't know if you can see it here because that
I'll
shit.
take I'm gonna send a picture to you guys.
Smart man, bro. Smart man.
I had that. I think I make so much sense because you have Dallas, and behind them is the Giants and Eagles. They're gonna be in the market for a receiver. I think Cowboys take advantage of that. They screw them over a little bit, screw up the Giants, screw up the Eagles potentially. Trade back. They can get a cornerback there, and I agree 100%. I think Cardinals, I think they're going to be aggressive. They want to put as much weapons around Kyler Murray because he's a stud. And Devontae Smith there at a 10 for them, they have to jump up and get him.
And the more you talk about it, the more it just makes sense, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like this is the ultimate all-in move for the Arizona Cardinals, moving up to 10. And for the Cowboys, when you talk about they can get a corner, they can get maybe an O-line. Rashawn Slater's still there. Did you see right? They still might, but just a super all-in move. Get such a great player in Devontae Smith to go to Arizona. Like you said, I think it kind of makes sense, but that's crazy. That's shocking. And anything can happen in an NFL draft. So
Devontae Smith's fucking amazing.
Special.
They're talking about his build and stuff, but
he's gonna be sensational.
Yeah, but I still think he's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac Bruce was like 165 pounds, and he's going to Hall of Fame probably or something.
Yeah,
or he's in Hall of Fame.
He's gonna be like legitimately like the NFL version of Kevin Durant. They say he's skinny as hell, skinny as fuck. He's still gonna give you 100 plus yards on your head. So number 11, the New York Giants on the clock.
I got it. So I was thinking right before Ahmed made that selection, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get Devontae Smith. He's gonna be there, and I got traded up, and he took him. I'm thinking maybe a trade back. Justin Fields still on here the board. But I don't think the Giants do it. I think this is too golden of opportunity to take Rashawn Slater.
I love it.
He's not going to be there if you move back. He's a great pick. We got to fix up the O-line. We got Kenny Galladay. We got John Ross. He'll help us out a little bit. You get Saquon back. You got Evan Ingram, Shep. I think the receiving is really good. I think you got to protect Daniel Jones, and you get arguably maybe the best, maybe 1B in the draft, offensive lineman, Rashawn Slater.
I don't have Rashawn Slater dropping to 11, but if you were to do, what a steal that would be. Yeah. I do have them taking a tackle. I believe it was the guy Christian Darrisaw.
Darrishaw's really good too. Yeah.
So So I mean, I had them taking the O-line, and they take Slater would be a fantastic pickup, bro.
Yeah, I'd love that. That would be amazing.
Oh my! 13 pick. Number 12. The Eagles on the clock.
12, sorry.
Oh, the Eagles?
Travis the guy drafted the Eagles. Oh man.
Who's the worst prospect? Who's Michael? Y'all know who Michael Boykin is?
Nah.
Edge out of North Alabama.
Alabama.
537th on the rating. Oh my fucking.
Chill, bro. He might be Tom Brady. He might be the next Tom Brady or some shit.
Yeah, who knows? You don't know, man. Come on now.
All right, so there have been talks. Adam sent me a post recently that Nick Sirianni isn't naming Jalen Hurts as starting QB, open competition. So there might be some looks at Justin Fields, who's dropped so far already. Maybe they pull the trigger here, and I think they will. And so I'm drafting Justin Fields to the Eagles.
There is.
I just want to say,
you know what's happening? The Patriots are calling. They're like, please let us trade up. We want to
100%.
get to number 12, please. They're like, nope, slam the phone, it's
my.
over.
I want to say, as a
Justin
Giants fan,
Fields.
I hope that does not happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely
I
not.
do not want to verse Justin
Really?
Fields. I think he's a stud.
No, he's a stud. But what
I
a
don't want
mess the
the-
Eagles would be. You trade up, I believe,
Wow.
last year in the second round.
Yeah.
Take Hurts.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna take Justin Fields, a first round pick.
Why not?
I do not see that in all
Me
my
neither.
mock drafts. I had Jalen Waddle going there, but obviously,
Me too.
I believe he went, I think, 8th.
I had Jalen Waddle
Yeah,
going on my
eighth.
2 to the Eagles.
So I think it's wide receiver, probably the best available. Justin Fields would be a shocker, and the Eagles
Wow.
shock the world now. I mean,
Listen, let's just
last
watch the
year
Eagles
was a shock.
implode. You know, fuck the Eagles. Let's watch them implode.
That's listen. I agree with you on that. But yo, Justin Fields going to the Eagles is insane.
Bro, talk about
I mean, listen,
storylines.
if he's there, I personally don't even rate Hurts. I think they would if none of the wide receivers or maybe even a tight end, maybe a Pitts is not there. I think they would have went maybe a corner, maybe a Patrick
Yeah.
Surtain who's there, maybe a J.C. Horn who could be cornerback 1. But Justin Fields definitely a shocker. Definitely
And I don't think it's that crazy, man. If Fields is there, I think the Eagles
mean,
might
I
pull the
don't-
trigger. It's hard. You can't pass up a great
knows?
quarterback like that.
Great quarterback, you're right. So with the 13th pick now, the Los Angeles Chargers on the clock. And now I think this is a pretty I think
Before
I
it starts to
know what's
calm
gonna
down, I
happen.
believe. It starts to calm down. Starts to
Yeah,
get back to
now
normal.
that was just an insane lot went on there. And to be honest, bro, when we talk about the NFL draft, stuff like this happens. Nothing is set in stone. A lot of these mock drafts are just tankers. So I like it. We're having fun with it. If you guys, please watch this on YouTube. Watch the video because this is hilarious. We're all in suits at least. I'm in a long sleeve business suit. Everyone else, it's insane. It's definitely funny.
Well, I'm in my little brother's shoe at this point, bro. I don't know what this is.
Yeah,
I
I had to take my suit off. It was a little tight, you know. I gained some parole.
I don't
I'm
know.
sweating my ass off, bro. I'm trying not to get fired this season.
That's that quarantine there, right there. So with the 13 pick, I'm gonna make it super simple. I think Christian Darrisaw, O-line. Yeah, he's top guy. Christian Darrisaw, great player. I think the Chargers need it. Protect your quarterback, Justin Herbert. Christian Darrisaw. So number 14, the Vikings on the clock.
And I believe they will happily take Trayvon Morig, the safety out of TSU, arguably the best defensive player. They will take safety here, I believe.
Really?
Minnesota Vikings.
Oh my!
He's a great prospect.
Wow.
Bro, he might be the best defensive
Safety
player.
that high?
Yeah, it is definitely high. I will agree.
Oh
But
my!
if that's the guy you want, obviously, as a Giants fan,
I respect
you
it.
guys should know all about that.
I respect it.
So take arguably best defensive player in the whole draft, Trayvon Morig, safety out of TSU. TCU.
respect it.
Sorry.
TCU, yeah.
Yeah.
TCU, yeah.
I think that's a
Respect.
great
So-
pick. I think he's underrated prospect, honestly.
Yeah.
He is underrated, but I just in this mod like these
Plus
NFL drafts,
everything got messed up anyway.
safeties don't go that high though.
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, I respect him.
I mean,
At least if
Jamal
everything's
Adams
turned,
went
I mean-
6th overall to the Jets. So if he's
Yeah,
that
but Jamal
talented,
Adams was like, I know, but Jamal Adams was like a hybrid guy. He was like a linebacker, man. You know that, bro. He was not Trayvon's
he's
not
a
like him.
classic safety. Yeah.
Yeah. So with the 15 pick now, the Patriots on the clock. I feel like the Patriots wish that Justin Fields was around there, but now they have a tough choice. I know who they would pick, but that's not up to me to go.
Actually,
that
you guys were talking about Jamal Adams and what team drafted Jamal Adams? The Jets. So I think the impossible happens. I think the Jets trade up.
Yes.
wow.
Number 15.
Yes.
I think that they see a corner that they cannot pass up. They cannot wait. I think they go Patrick Surtain. I think they have the draft.
Wow.
But I love the corner
think-
pick.
I think they have the draft capital. They have a lot of picks this year, a lot of picks next year. Why not move up and grab the best corner in the draft?
my.
I think Horn is also available here, but I think Joe Douglas, he wants to build up this defense. They need help at the corner spot. They got their quarterback. They want to use the second first round pick on defense, spread out the wealth a little bit, spread out everything. And I think it's going to be Patrick Surtain to help solidify that second, that DB.
That's a great pick. That's a
So
great pick.
wait, so now the Patriots go back to 23, right?
23, yeah.
Okay.
In the draft, it'll probably be their second, the Jets' second, because I think they have an extra second, right?
Yeah.
And then it'll probably be another day 2, 3 pick on top of that. So I think why the Patriots do that, I think they don't get the quarterback. So they no reason to stay up there for them. And I think the Jets will be aggressive and try to move up and get that corner.
Wow.
Okay.
Definitely a Patriots thing to trade back, right?
Yeah, they historically trade back the most. Yeah.
The Jets. The Jets.
That's a great pick for the Jets. Without a doubt.
I mean, for me, Surtain is slightly a little overrated, even though he's a great prospect. I think J.C. Horn and Farley are probably better than him in my opinion. But I mean, if you want to trade up to, corner, talk about the Jets. I mean, we need a corner so bad, and he is a lockdown corner. Shades of Darrelle Revis, that would be cool. But I believe the Jets, they probably feel like a corner will drop to them anyway, either Newsome or Farley. So, anything is possible though. But the Jets, if they're aggressive, that would be a great pick.
Yeah, I want to say one thing as the Jets interim GM right now. I think the problem with Farley and Newsome is the injury history.
Yeah,
I think that could be scary. I think the fact that they can go up and get the number one corner on their board, it could be Horn. I think it definitely could be Horn. But I just went Surtain because I think he's.
Plus, they do love Alabama players too.
They do love Alabama players. Yeah. So
yeah, I agree with that.
I think the fact that they can get the number one corner at 15, I think they can't pass up on that. I think the other guys have injuries. Farley's injury history, Newsome is the injury history, and they go up and get their guy.
Yeah, 100%. It makes sense. I think it's a great pick. And funny enough, the pick that they're trading is the pick that they got from Jamal Adams.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cornerback. It's funny.
Full
this
circle.
is all ironic. Yeah, full circle.
And,
so with the 16th pick, now we're talking about our first. Is Dallas, who was the first trade on draft night.
So and they just missed out on. Obviously,
just missed out on Surtain.
That's why they jumped up.
So, but they got a good pick. I'm not the Dallas GM. We got Javin is with the Giants, which is mad funny because now Eagles, now Dallas.
He's gonna mess up all these franchises, bro.
Yo,
and he has.
I'm telling you, but Michael Boykin is the future. Michael Boykin, the future. I'm telling you.
They're gonna take a quarterback here, right?
Kyle Trask.
Hold on. Let's get crazy with it. Who?
Go ahead. You got the pick. Go ahead.
Jamie Newman. No, I'm fuck with you.
Jamie Newman.
That's the quarterback, bro.
There's only one pick here, honestly, for me.
Yeah. I think they need to boost up their defense because their defense was fucking atrocious last year. And on my mock draft, I had them picking J.C. Horn 10, right? But in our mock draft, they got traded. And J.C. Horn's still available. So I'm going to go with my gut, take J.C. Horn. I think that's the best pick right there.
So that trade idea looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
it does work.
Makes my trades look good too.
Yeah, it was me and Adam. Yep. Smart people over here. This is why we got Super Bowls over here, bro.
Yes, sir.
So the Giants take Dallas takes J.C. Horn.
Corner, I think, from
16th pick.
South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Gamecocks.
I love that pick. They can definitely need help on defense. Their defense was atrocious last year. They're gonna score points. They got so many weapons, and I think they got to fix up the defense, and they got a lockdown corner. They get a lockdown corner maybe to try to replace Byron Jones that left. But yeah, and then
yes,
and then yes, I think it's a great pick.
Thank you.
Definitely. I like that pick.
Yeah,
J.C. Horn is definitely. J.C. Horn could be cornerback one, to be honest. And now trading back, he's still there. Makes sense. Number 17. Ooh, this is tough for me. This is the Las Vegas Raiders. I was about to.
From what I'm hearing, Tiku, they're gonna shock the world here, and they're looking at offensive linemen. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I like it.
This is crazy.
I like it. Now this is what, man. I don't know because this O-line draft is stacked. Yep. I think there's gonna be a lot of in my mock draft that I did myself. There's a lot of O-linemen that are going in the first. But who do I pick for the Oakland Raiders? When you talk about Elijah Vera Tucker's still here, Tevin Jenkins, Samuel Cosme, this is tough. But I think I'm gonna go Elijah Vera Tucker. I think he could play inside. He could play outside. He's definitely. He could have. I personally would have had him going to the Vikings, but he's a top player, and I think he's gonna go to the Raiders. Yes. Oh, they're drafting a lineman. Ahmed, your sources are correct. Now, I mean, if you guys want to say anything about that pick, I know that was a good pick, guys. Come on, don't criticize.
Listen, if they believe Derek Carr is their option, then you got to go with them. But you also got to remember that you're playing Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Drew Lock, who has a great defense on his team. So
hold up. Broncos drafted Trey Lance, not Drew Lock. Come on, remember that.
No, but what I'm hearing from the Broncos, they want someone to compete with Drew Lock because they do like Drew Lock. And bro, he hasn't been terrible at all. I don't really get that. He's still a young quarterback. He's got a lot of weapons around him, but they do want someone to drive him to become a better quarterback. And maybe Trey Lance just take that spot anyway. So we'll see. And the Raiders take an offensive lineman.
That's understandable.
For me, the 18th pick, is it
the Med
Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins here
on the clock.
You actually just stole my pick. They would have loved to have Vera Tucker. Now they'll probably they'll probably go with a linebacker, I believe, here, and it might be the kid from Notre Dame. His name is insane. I mean, talk about Nigerian names, bro.
Jeremiah
Sunu Kamara from Notre Dame. Also, like Micah Parsons, is these new generations of hybrid linebackers, and they need that, the Miami Dolphins.
No, I'm gonna agree with that one.
We're making some good picks, bro. Honestly, if we all got into a room for draft day for actual NFL franchise, I think we'd turn something around.
Really good. Doing good, very good. Jeremiah is super underrated in this draft. I think he's a special. I think he's linebacker too, of course, Michael Parsons. But him being there I think he could have made sense for the Raiders, to be honest. So you have the next pick, Washington. He's a top player. I think he's super underrated, and people need to keep their eyes out for him. So with the next pick, the 19th pick, the Washington football team are now on the clock, and Javin, you didn't. That's it. You had the Eagles. You had Dallas. Wait, did you have Dallas?
Yeah, I had Dallas. I ended up getting
Eagles. Dallas. You're not getting football team, bro.
Yo, you want to make a trade? You want to make a trade with Chicago real quick?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. One trade back, just so Javin can draft the whole conference. I don't think the Washington trades back. I think they can use some O-line help. They can use a linebacker. They can also use another weapon. And I think I'm gonna go with the weapon. I think they're gonna go. Rashad Bateman.
Yes, spot on. Adam again, bro.
Rashad Bateman will go. They want to get him. They want to get a receiver in there. Their defense is top tier. They need more weapons. They got the receiver that's a stud. Oh, I'm blanking on his name.
Terry
McLaurin. He's a beast. I think they're gonna get another one. I think they're gonna go
Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel's really good. Bateman. I think Rashad Bateman. They're gonna try to fix up this offense.
And he's probably the most underrated wide receiver in this whole draft.
100%.
I'm going to say that.
100%. This is a stacked wide receiver draft, and you got a lot of good guys, especially the big three, Jamar, Waddle, Smith. If you want to count Pitts as wide receiver, that's fine. But Bateman's super underrated. Yeah. Great guy, super talent, could be a star. And it's kind of sad for me when you look at all the picks that are division rivals, from the Eagles getting Fields, from Dallas getting J.C. Horn, and Washington getting Bateman. This definitely sucks. This is a good draft for our division rivals. But we did good. We got Slater. So
yeah, that's a good pick.
I think the NFC is killing it right now. The NFC East is killing it right now.
How about those Knicks, maybe?
They are. Yet again, another interruption about the Knicks. This is going to be
10-0 run the last 2 minutes, baby.
I respect. That's good. Good. They're winning games, especially get the Hawks. But that helps us. That helps Miami too, because we're there with you guys. I think Bateman would have made sense for Chicago, who's up next. So number 20, the Chicago Bears are on the clock.
So right now I'm in the war room. I'm fucking crying. I can't believe they took Bateman right before I was about to pick him. So now I'm
wide receivers.
Yeah, but I wanted Bateman, bro. I don't want anybody else. Because that's the only person I had. So, I'm struggling to find somebody. And then I'm thinking about, other weapons that Ahmed's talking about now, because now they're coming to my mind. And Adam told me about someone yesterday. Where is this guy?
Bro, if me and Adam got these picks again, I don't know what to say, bro. If he picks who he should pick at this point.
Hold on. Let me make sure. I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, so I'm going to have them picking wide receiver, right?
Oh, wow.
I'm going to have them picking Elijah Moore.
Okay.
From
It's a good
Ole
pick.
Miss.
It's a great pick.
Wow.
No,
Yeah,
it was
that is
Rondell
a
Moore.
good
No, didn't I put you onto Rondell Moore?
It's
Oh,
two more.
shit!
It was Rondell Moore.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, they got the wrong Moore.
No.
Oh, no.
No, the draft is in.
I'm about to get fired.
That's it,
bro.
Jack. That's it, Elijah Moore. You said Elijah Moore too,
From
but
Ole
listen,
Miss. I believe
don't know why
he's the
you're
one from Ole
mad,
Miss,
though.
right?
Rondell
Miss.
Moore's from Purdue, and then Elijah
Yeah.
Moore is from Ole Miss.
Rondell Moore has been getting a lot of traction going into this pick, but I still don't see him going in the first round. I believe he's probably the second wide receiver taken in the second round.
Javin, you might have
after
made
Tony.
a mistake. You might have made a mistake, but I think the pick is not that
No, I
bad
don't think it's bad
considering
either.
when you go for wide receivers.
Yeah.
Like, I think Elijah Moore is not going to go in the first round. There's a lot of wide receivers going in the first round. It's kind of shocking to me.
Going
But
crazy.
Elijah Moore is a good pick. I respect it. Who gives a shit? This is the Shirts versus Skins podcast,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
We don't give a fuck, bro.
We go
So go ahead and explain your pick a little bit more, but it's going to be tough considering you picked the wrong player.
Could you imagine that actually happened in an NFL draft where someone just gets? Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure that's definitely happened before.
I
It's
hope so,
definitely
bro.
happened. It's just that we never heard of it. I swear it's definitely happened.
I hope this has happened before. But get a wide receiver and have someone for who's over there now?
Dalton.
Yeah, Andy Dalton.
QB1.
Oh my. Disgusting, bro. Javin is dying.
Fucking Andy Dalton, bro. That's hilarious. Anyway,
It
I guess
sucks.
we believe in him. So, give him someone to throw to. I guess it's kind of like how I went with the Darnold situation where I had them drafting
Oh my.
Yeah,
who'd I
a
have them
weapon.
draft? Chase, right? Yeah, give him a weapon, show that you believe in Andy Dalton to win you the Super Bowl.
100%.
Yeah, and I think we seen it in the offseason where the Bears were aggressive to get Kenny Galladay. They liked the idea of pairing him with Allen Robinson. So if they didn't get Kenny Galladay in free agency, maybe they go look to the draft to try to get another weapon.
Yeah,
to pair.
and the wide receiver I was talking about was Terrence Marshall Jr. at LSU.
Yo,
Good man.
Me and Ahmed like this. I have that written down.
Man,
Yeah.
you guys are something else, man. You guys need to go to one funnel. You guys should be in the Jets or something. But I think in this pick, I would have went Bateman. I think Bateman would have probably been the second to last wide receiver drafted in this class. I have another wide receiver that I like personally. I mentioned him in the podcast before, but it's okay. Makes sense. So with the 21st pick, the Indianapolis Colts are now on the clock. And this is I like where I am right now with the Colts right now. There's a lot of good picks.
And before you pick the Colts, talk about picking great picks. They have
Great
picked
picks.
phenomenal picks. So you probably can't go wrong here.
Now, I think they get to steal the draft right now.
Oh, you're gonna go.
I got them picking I got Caleb Farley.
Yeah.
Caleb Farley, cornerback out of Virginia Tech. This guy would have been a top 10 pick if it wasn't for his injury issues. Back surgery, I believe he's had back issues. I'm not 100% sure, but this kid is a stud. I think it makes sense for Indianapolis. I think they need a player like him. Him falling to 21 makes perfect sense for a team that's probably never going to get a chance to draft a talent like him, to go for someone like him, considering they got Wentz and they got a good team. Caleb Farley just makes complete sense for the Indianapolis Colts at 21.
That would be a steal, and it's probably looking like that might happen. For me, I had them going, probably like an edge rusher. I had the kid Pay from, I believe, Michigan. So, I mean, yeah, but, like I said before.
Petty was another option.
Colts always are just picking studs, so he's probably going to end up to be a Pro Bowler or something like that anyway. As we move on, I believe the Tennessee Titans, and you just stole my pick, the cornerback, they had to take a corner. So I'll take the best available corner. I'll go Greg Newsome from Northwestern. Talk about Northwestern. Not a football school out of nowhere they are, and now they got two players in the first round going.
Wow.
It's a good pick.
Look at them go.
Newsome's going to help replace O'Dory Jackson that they lost in the offseason. I think that's a great pick. Newsome is honestly a top talent. But again, like I said before, the injury history is really what's knocking him down. I think if he's healthy, that could be potential steal of the draft.
Oh.
I
Now
see
the Patriots
the
are picking
Patriots.
that they traded down.
Yeah, they traded down. They trying to get the value out of it. I think an edge guy has to come off the board now. I don't know if this is I'm gonna
Patriots
do
pick.
it.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna do
It's
it.
a Belichick pick.
Jalen Phillips, edge from Miami. I had to do it. He was on there personally. I have him as a top 15 pick. They get him at 23. He's a stud, absolute stud. He could help out that Belichick defense. You know, they like to get the quarterback, and you know when you have Belichick, he loves that defensive player and that versatile player. Jalen Phillips is my pick.
He's my number one ranked out of all D lines. You know, talent wise, he is the real deal. It just, you know, mentally, because you know I believe he almost retired from the sport, and then you know a lot of injuries, but that 1 year at Miami, dominant.
Oh yeah,
so
dominant.
I watched the video about that. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he was definitely a special player. I think he's edge number one in my books.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a great player considering Gregory opted out. He was a Gregory Rozier or whatever, Rotisserie, I don't know his name, but
Rousseau.
But Rousseau, with him opting out, he took advantage of the situation. Just a dominant player. There is questions about maybe one season wonder, stuff like that. I don't believe it. I think going to the Patriots is just he's such a perfect Patriots player, special talent, and makes sense. I like that pick, definitely. And shout out to the U. You know, I got love for them out there. So with the 24th pick, the Steelers are now on the clock. So go ahead.
I have beef with the Steelers too because they lost to the fucking.
Yeah, beef with every team you're drafting. Come on, what's going on?
I don't, because they lost to the Washington football team. The football team, yeah.
Oh, right, football team.
Man, that was horrible.
So I think, you know, what's his name? Roethlisberger isn't getting any younger, right?
Oh.
Try to get him. Well, no, don't say woo. Like I'm gonna pick a quarterback. That would be crazy.
I was about to say it. I was about what?
You take Mike Boykins, bro.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on him. He's the future. But I think they're gonna get someone to help strengthen up the O line. I think they're gonna go with Kevin Jenkins.
Kevin
Jenkins.
Talk about a great pick. This dude is like 6'6", 325. Is used to the Big 12. You know, all they do is just air it out. What did they do in fucking Pittsburgh? They throw the ball 55 times a game. Great pick. I believe they lost Pouncey, and so time to, you know, make that O-line a little better again. And great pick, Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State.
Let's go.
That is a great pick. I like that. Tevin Jenkins, super underrated lineman. Like I said, a very deep.
I had him going to the Jets at 23, but obviously, you know,
I think in my thing I had him maybe going to. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I had him drop into like Green Bay or something. But okay, whatever. Great pick. Like it. So with the 25th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the board. They had the number one pick. Of course, they went Trevor Lawrence. This is a tough pick now because considering you picked Trayvon so high up, I thought that would have made perfect sense for them now.
Well, I mean, I think Trayvon at latest will probably go to Oakland at 17 because they definitely need a safety.
Really?
So he was definitely not gonna end up there.
I don't know because like I said, safeties don't really go that high up.
You're right.
He's definitely a first round talent, but you know, I don't think that high. But it's okay, no problem. I think it just makes sense. Now this is the difficulty. I think they go O-line, but what O-lineman should they get is difficult because considering there's so many good players on this draft, I think it makes sense to get O-line. You get Trevor Lawrence, protect your number one pick. I think Bengals should have learned something like that, even though I picked Jamar Chase, which is kind of ironic. So with the 25th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Samuel Cosmi. I think this guy is a special talent, special player, top player.
Say it again, who?
Samuel Cosmi out of Texas.
Texas, yeah.
Really? Wow. That's
top.
Shocker.
He's a good player. He's a good player. I think he's underrated. There's a lot of O-linemen that can go. It's a very deep one, like I've been saying. He's a top player. I think he could have made sense for me at the Colts when I had their pick. I think he's definitely a first round level talent, O lineman, and I have him going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, protection on one pick. Makes sense to me.
I like it. Samuel Cosby's 6'7", by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
7,
monster.
310.
Ooh, that
He's a
sounds
monster.
all Jets
Monster.
players. Sounds like a
He's
Jets
a
pick.
monster.
I
He's a
believe
monster.
the Cleveland Browns are up now. The Browns, you're gonna have to help me out here. The Browns are probably, their defense, they've improved. Offensively, they got a lot of weapons. I think they probably, there's no more safeties left. I really don't know who to pick here. I'll probably go the edge out of Penn State, Jason Awue, I believe his last name.
Away.
Lujari.
Away.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So he's
Penn State.
very talented edge rusher, and they'll, that defense now is looking a little scary with Myles Garrett and the boys.
And
That's
Jadeveon Clowney recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, we got up the Ravens.
Mhm.
Now, I was thinking about getting another weapon.
Terrence Marshall would have been perfect here.
I think they'll try to hold off on the receiver going the second round. I think they're staring at a pretty good prospect right here that's fallen. And I think it's going to be edge. Quiddy Pay will
Wow,
go to
Great
the
pick.
Ravens.
That's a steal. That's a steal for me.
I think he's fallen too far. I think someone has to take him. He's a top talent, and they can use help on the edge. That's one of their biggest needs. So I think it just lined up perfectly for the Ravens right here.
Definitely. I like this pick. This is a great pick. Such an underrated pick. Such a great player. I think he could be a trade down candidate for the Giants. It's going down to 27. It's kind of crazy considering to the Ravens too. I think this is such a perfect pick for them. Perfect.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Saints, and we got the Jav Meister.
All right.
Come on.
So
Number 28.
I fucked this up last time. I'm not gonna fuck it up this time. The Saints are gonna pick Rondale Moore
Yes,
out of
sir.
Purdue, wide receiver.
Yeah, you
Wait,
love them wide
hold on.
receivers.
He's going twice now?
Wait, oh shit! I mean Elijah Moore. I'm
Elijah
sorry.
Moore, bro.
Fuck! I did fuck it up. My bad.
Who?
Elijah Moore, wide receiver out of
Okay.
Ole Miss. I believe they lost Sanders, right? Emmanuel
Yeah.
Sanders.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be that replacement. It's a great pick. Got this. I don't know. Who's gonna be throwing him the ball, but we'll see.
Taysom Hill, baby.
That's the future right there. I can't believe
They
I
like
that
it.
twice, bro. That's crazy.
Vanilla Vic.
Vanilla
Yes,
Vic.
sir.
You guys are funny. So with the next pick, 29, the Green Bay Packers are now on the clock. That's me. Damn, this is interesting. I personally would go wide receiver, to be honest. Give Aaron Rodgers finally a skills position player in the first round. But guess what? They probably aren't, so I'm not.
Mhm.
Damn, I don't know. A lot of O-linemen. You see me, I like my O-linemen. So I'm going to go with Liam Eckenberg from Notre Dame. I think
like
he
that.
makes sense. Like I said, I think Atari just got hurt. He's also older in his age, so it kind of makes sense to get at least something for the future. It covers the future, protect Aaron Rodgers. You don't know how many years he has left. Maybe one of those wide receivers drops to the second round. Maybe they trade up. Who knows? But I think this makes complete sense. Liam Eckenberg.
I like that.
So with the next pick,
For me-
30th, Buffalo Bills, your favorite team, Ahmed.
I feel disgusted to even take this pick. Honestly, I cannot stand the Buffalo Bills, but it is what it is. I believe here they can go two different routes. Either the tackle, I believe Walker Little out of Stanford, it will be a solid pick. But I believe they will go with the guy I was supposed to pick, Azeez Ojulari from Georgia, edge rusher.
Perfect.
Wow. They only have, I believe, Ed Oliver on that D line. They have good, solid
Perfect pick.
linebackers, great secondary. But now, you gotta get pressure on the quarterback. Azeez Ojulari from Georgia will do that for you.
I like
Perfect
that pick.
pick. That's such a perfect pick. When you talk about the Ravens and you talk about the Bills, those two edge players that have fallen in this draft, such a perfect pick for the Bills. And the Bills adding another great player. I think Azeez could have been like I said, for Quiddy Payne, a trade down candidate for the Giants. Who knows? Maybe the Giants pick him at, what do they have, 11, I believe?
Yeah.
Man, I can see the Giants going in 11. I hope not, but I can see it. Great player, great talent. So with the next pick, 31st, the Kansas City Chiefs are on the clock. Go ahead, Adam.
So the Chiefs, I think, are easy because they kind of gutted their offensive line. They definitely need help. They have all these weapons, but it's not going to mean anything if Patrick Mahomes is on the run. He's on his back, and I think guard is what they need, and I think the best guard in this draft will be taken right here at Wyatt Davis from Ohio State.
Ooh.
I think this is a good pick for them. They got to get the O-line fresh. They got to get young players. They got to protect Patrick Mahomes, and I think he fits their system perfect. I think I like Wyatt Davis a lot. I think he's a plug and play guard at the next level.
I respect that. Definitely, I respect that pick. Like I said, super talented O-line class. Wyatt Davis is not somebody that I think goes in the first round. I think someone I can find there. But if you rate him that much, I think Chiefs going O-lineman makes sense. You look at that Super Bowl, the Bucs just absolutely destroyed them.
Yeah.
And gotta give Mahomes his protection. You gotta give him his time, even though you know he can make his own crazy throws. But you can't have a repeat of the Super Bowl. You simply can't.
Yeah.
So Javin, with the honor, you have the last pick.
There are also trades allowed, Javin.
Oh man.
There is. So, but with the last pick in our first ever Stretch Your Skins mock draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are now on the clock. Javin, do not say somebody else's name wrong.
Incorrect. I'll try my best.
Try your best. You're a professional. Come on.
I don't know about that, but thank you. I appreciate it. See, I don't know what does Tampa Bay need?
They just went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What more did it really need? I believe here it's a. I don't know.
Maybe
what I would
best. Maybe
best
you go
player.
Best player. That's what I was
best
going
player
to
probably.
say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or trade.
You could trade, but I'm not going to do that just because I'm not going to complicate stuff for myself. I think I'm just going to take the best player.
Fucking Bogdanovich, bro.
Oh, that man's the GOAT. Don't sleep on him. Anyway, I think they're going to take best player and go Javin Collins. Pick him up, get him off the board.
Wow.
Tackle, linebacker?
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Yeah. At Tulsa.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, after the first 10 picks, I didn't know what to do, so I started playing.
For me, I had the Pittsburgh Steelers coming back just for the last pick to take either a quarterback, Kellen Mond, or Kyle Trask.
Really?
That's
really.
Because I also believe if you're in the first round or something, like you can like keep the quarterback a little longer, like 5 years, 6 years. I believe. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that, but
man,
I can see a quarterback
Trask going in, man. Even Kellen Mond, I don't think either one of them goes in the first round, to be honest.
That's what they say about Lamar Jackson.
But to me personally, I think Bucs. Listen, they just coming out of Super Bowl. They probably retain everyone in. I think an interior presence makes sense. I think Christian Barmore, a first round talent. I know there's questions about him, but I think he's still first round talent at the last pick. Christian Barmore, or even they could go wide receiver. Antonio Brown might not be coming back. I think someone like Tony.
Yeah, but they got
Tony. That's some. Yeah, but just to add even more, Kadarius Toney from Florida, he's that speedster guy. He's that Tyreek Hill. He's that guy that I think even the Ravens could have went for. Even the Chiefs could have went for. I could have seen a guy get him, just get another one like him. Speedster guy. He's like I said, the new Tyreek Hill, but definitely Javin Collins is a first round talent. And if he drops to the second round, ex Tom Thibodeau, your coach of the year, but hey, listen, it looks like we're done.
Wow. That was
rounded out the first pick, first round, the first annual, first ever Stretch Your Skins mock draft. Guys, that was fun. 100%. But I'm gonna have to take off this.
Yeah, no, I have to take it off because I definitely got like 4 different GMs fired. So
with that Giants hat, so you're moving like Dave Gettleman, dog.
With Andy Dalton in the background, my boy.
Oh yeah, definitely your boy.
Shit, bro.
You laughed at laughed at him for
Bro,
like 5 minutes.
Do you really think he's like the future though? That's crazy. Do you really pick him up and he started?
They're the same team that gave Mike Glennon a big contract and then
That's
drafted
very true.
drafted Mitchell Trubisky. So, guys, listen, I had a lot of fun. This was definitely fun. I can't wait to have you guys back. It's a pleasure having you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Before we end up, if you guys want to shout out your socials, your podcasts, anything, just go ahead. The floor is yours.
Adam, go ahead. This is your thing. This is what you do.
Yeah, so if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, my handle is Adam Elder 99. And if you guys want to follow the podcast, or we have our own podcast, it's the @A&J Podcast _. We do similar content to these guys. We talk about UFC, football, baseball, New York sports. We talk about it all.
Actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Before we end, I don't know if I can do this, but can someone explain to the Super League to me?
Oh,
Ahmed, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just need to know.
It's no problem.
It's
all good.
Bro, just imagine in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adam Silver announces that, or Adam Silver and these owners of these teams, I'm about to list: the Lakers, the Knicks, the Philadelphia 76ers, the top 12 teams in terms of history and in terms of like all of that. They're gonna form their own breakaway league. Hence, it's gonna kill the NBA because nobody's gonna watch fucking Memphis versus Utah.
Yeah.
And they're obviously doing it for what? Money.
Money, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's just ignoring the history of why we play this game, and all that. So it's disgusting. It's all about money, and obviously it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Hopefully.
Yeah, hope not.
Definitely. Yeah. It's absolutely a discussion thing, but thankfully, I know you guys don't know much about soccer. It fell apart, collapsed. I think Shirts for Skins had a big part of that, but that's a few episode later when Yoni and everybody comes. We're not trying to give you guys topics that you guys don't know, but it's good. This is why we're here. We're here to inform you guys. We're trying to do this. If the viewers or you want to watch our reaction to it, we uploaded a video yesterday about our initial reactions, all the details of it. But yeah, listen, guys, it was fun. I enjoyed this. It was great having you guys on.
Yes, sir.
Before we end off, I want to say everybody to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, our podcast, leave a review on all podcasting things, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. And it was fun. This was a great episode. And I guess it's time to say peace out later, guys.
The Knicks are also on overtime as we speak, so let's keep that freaking W, bro.
Yes, guys, Knicks. So later, guys, let's not get into
you guys. Thank you so much for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
No